Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Nasrin Padasal. So this is a part 7 video. Currently we are revising for our GATE examination. In this video we are going to discuss about endocrine gland hormone. Okay. So first hormone is adrenocorticotrophic hormone. Say if you take ACTH, FSH, LH, GH, TSH or prolactin, all the 6 hormones are produced from anterior pituitary. And if you take adrenocorticotrophic hormone, the target organ for this hormone is adrenal cortex. So it will be stimulating this particular organ to secrete cortisol. Okay, so cortisol, what is the function of cortisol? It will be regulating your body stress responses. Okay, so the time of stress, this cortisol will be activating anti-stress and anti-inflammation pathway. Next hormone is follicle stimulating hormone, which will be acting on ovaries in female and testes in male. Specifically, this follicular stimulating hormone will be acting on seminiferous tubules in testes. Okay, so in case of a male, if you take the main function of this follicle stimulating hormone is that it will be helping in the process of production of sperm. So it will be helping for produce sperm, that is called as spermatogenesis. At the same time, this hormone will be stimulating the secretion of androgen binding protein from stertoli cell. So this androgen binding protein will also help in the process of maturation of your spermatozoa. Okay, and next thing is that this follicle stimulating hormone is responsible for stimulating the growth of the seminiferous tubulus. Okay, so from that seminiferous tubulus only testes will be produced. So this hormone is also responsible for increasing your testicular growth. Next hormone, so in case of female, if you take this follicular stimulating hormone is responsible for estrogen production and also follicular development. Next is luteinizing hormone. It will be acting on ovaries in female and it will be acting on testes. Specifically, it will be acting on Leydig cell. So it will be stimulating the Leydig cell to produce testosterone hormone. Next, in case of female, it will be triggering the release of egg from ovary. That is, it will be helping the process of ovulation. And also, this LS hormone also stimulate the corpus luteum to produce progesterone hormone. Next hormone is growth hormone. So, growth hormone, it will be acting on all tissue. So, this growth hormone is responsible for influencing our height and also help to build up of our bone and muscle. Okay, this hormone is also responsible for your carbohydrate, protein and fat metabolism. Next hormone is thyroid stimulating hormone, which will be acting on thyroid gland and it will be stimulating the thyroid gland to produce the thyroxine secretion. So this thyroxine play a vital role in your heart and digestive function, and it also play a vital role in brain development and bone health and muscle control. Last hormone which is produced from anterior pituitary is prolactin. This prolactin will be acting on mammary gland. So it will be causing a breast growth. At the same time, at the time of pregnancy, it will be helping the process of lactation. That is, it will be stimulating the mammary gland to produce milk. So in case of non-pregnant women and men, the level of prolactin will be very low. The level will start to increase in pregnant women. At the same time, new moms. Okay. Next hormone is antidiuretic hormone. So this ADH and oxytocin will be produced from posterior pituitary. Okay, this antidiuretic hormone will be acting on two group of tissue. First, it will be acting on kidney tubule. So it will be causing the kidney to release less water by retaining more amount of water. As a result, it will be decreasing the amount of urine produced. Okay. Next, this hormone also act on smooth muscle, that is blood wall of arterioles, thereby constructing the blood vessel wall. Okay, so this ADH hormone is responsible for increasing the blood pressure. Okay, so this ADH hormone will be reducing the blood flow to kidney, so therefore it will be reducing the water loss to urination. Okay, so next hormone is oxytocin, which will be acting on uterine smooth muscle. Okay, so it will be leading to uterine contraction. So during the time of labor, when the baby head is pushing against the cervix, then the nerve impulses will stimulate the posterior pituitary to secrete this oxytocin, which will be stimulating the uterus to contract. So as a result, baby will come out of the birth canal. Next, it will be also acting on mammary gland, helping in milk secretion. The next hormone is melatonin, which is produced from pineal gland and it will also acting on various tissue. First role of this melatonin hormone, it will be involving in circadian rhythm maintenance. At the same time, it also plays significant role in regulation of various many reproductive processes like puberty, gonadal function, pregnancy. This melatonin also have a significant impact in the process of spermatogenesis in case of male and follicular genesis in case of female. Okay. So the next hormone is thyroxine and triiodothyronine, which is produced from thyroid gland, and it will be acting on many tissue. The main role of this hormone is that it will be regulating your body weight, it will be maintaining your energy level, and it also helpful in maintaining your internal temperature. And this hormone is responsible for your skin growth, hair growth, nail growth. In addition to that, it is also helpful in maintaining the basal metabolic rate and other metabolism involving in body. Next hormone produced from thyroid gland is calcitonin, which is having a major important role in bone. It will be acting on only in bone. So this calcitonin will be helpful in maintaining the level of calcium in blood. The level of calcium in blood or level of phosphate in blood is very high, then this hormone will be stimulated and it will be lowering the plasma calcium level and phosphate level. Whereas if you take this parathyroid hormone, which is produced from parathyroid gland, it will be acting on three important tissue. First, it will be acting on bone, and next it will be acting on kidney, and next it will be acting on intestine. So this parathyroid hormone function is opposite to that of calcitonin. So I said calcitonin will be lowering your calcium level, whereas the parathyroid hormone will be increasing your calcium level. Okay. Next hormone is thymopoietin, which is produced from thymus gland, and this hormone is responsible for inducing the differentiation of T cells or T lymphocyte. Therefore, this hormone will be playing a vital role in the process of immune responses. Next hormone is insulin and glucagon. Both are produced from pancreas. Insulin will be produced from beta cells and glucagon will be produced from alpha cells. Insulin will be acting in most of the tissue, whereas glucagon will be acting only in liver. So insulin is responsible for lowering the blood glucose and glucagon is responsible for increasing your blood glucose. Say if the blood glucose or a glucose level in blood is low or if there is hypoglycemia condition is existing means, then it will be stimulating the alpha cell to secrete glucagon hormone. Okay. So this glucagon will be acting on hepatocyte to induce two processes. First process, it will be increasing the process of glycogenolysis, and next process is gluconeogenesis. Okay. As a result, glucose which is stored in liver will start to release. Therefore, blood glucose level will be coming to normal. Whereas if you take when the blood glucose level is very high or when there is hyperglycemia condition mean, it will stimulate the beta cells of pancreas to secrete insulin. So insulin, as I mentioned you earlier, it will be acting on various body cells to accelerate the diffusion of glucose into cell. At the same time, insulin will increase glycogenesis and lipogenesis process, whereas insulin will slow down glycogenolysis and gluconeogenesis process. Okay. So here I have given you a complete explanation. At the same time, here I have given you what are the process that glucagon stimulate, what are the process that insulin stimulate. So you can have a look. Already we discussed when we are revising for CSIR examination itself. Okay. Next, we are going to see hormones that are produced from intestinal mucosa. The first hormone is gastrin. Okay. Next hormone is secretin. Next hormone is CCK. Next hormone is somatostatin. Okay. So gastrin, it will be acting on stomach. The main function of gastrin hormone is that it will be stimulating your gastric acid secretion by parietal cells. Okay, and also this gastrin will be inhibit the action of other two hormone. First hormone, it will be inhibiting the activity of secretin, and next is somatostatin. Okay, so next hormone is secretin, which will be acting on pancreas, and this secretin, it will be inhibiting the activity of gastrin. So main function of secretin is that it will be stimulating the bicarbonate ion secretion, and also it will be stimulating the secretion of few pancreatic fluids. Okay, so the bicarbonate ion which is secreted by secretin will just neutralize the pH of gastric acid secreted by gastrin. Okay, next hormone is cholecystokinin, which will be acting on gallbladder. So this CCK hormone will be stimulating your gallbladder to contract. As a result of this contraction, it will be releasing the bile juice into a small intestine. So this bile juice will be breaking down your protein and fat into smaller molecule so that can be easily absorbed in your small intestine. Next hormone is somatostatin, which is also called as growth inhibiting peptide. It will be inhibiting the growth. So generally it will be acting on intestine. Okay, so it will be inhibiting the release of insulin, glucagon, gastrin. Okay, at the same time it also inhibits the secretion of few pancreatic fluid, pancreatic enzyme that are very helpful in process of digestion. Okay, next hormone is adrenaline and non-adrenaline, which are synthesized from adrenal medulla, and it will be activity on all tissue. So both the hormone, they generally increase the heart rate, and also increasing the blood pumping from heart at the time of stress. Okay. Next thing is with regarding to hormone that are produced from adrenal cortex. So cortisol and aldosterone are produced from adrenal cortex. Cortisol, which is also called as corticosterone, will be acting on all tissue of the body, and generally this particular hormone will be produced when a person is exposed to few kind of environmental challenges. Okay, so when you are exposed to different kind of environmental stress mean, then this hormone will help you to adapt in that particular environment. Next is aldosterone. So aldosterone, it will be acting only on kidney. So this aldosterone play a vital role in controlling the balance of water and salt in kidney by keeping the sodium ion in and by releasing the sodium ion or potassium ion out. So this aldosterone will increases the sodium retention in the body itself, and it also increases the potassium excretion out of the body. Next is estrogen and progesterone. Both estrogen will acting on reproductive organ. It will be helpful in reproductive development. Whereas if you take this progesterone, it is produced from corpus luteum and it will be acting on uterus. Okay. So this progesterone, it also maintains the menstrual cycle, and also it prepares the uterus ready for pregnancy. So after ovulation, the level of progesterone will start to increase and it will help in thickening of lining of uterus. So this progesterone is responsible for your endometrium thickening, which will be very much helpful because it prepares the fertilized egg. So the fertilized egg will be stick and it will be converted into, it will be changed into embryo and then into fetus. So if this particular hormone is not synthesized correctly means, then it will be responsible for miscarriage or preterm labor. So this hormone is highly important, and also level of progesterone start to increase during pregnancy, and during the entire pregnancy the level of progesterone hormone will be very high. That's the reason why the body will prevent the process of ovulation when we are pregnant. Okay, so progesterone this is the role of progesterone. Next hormone is prostaglandin, which is produced by uterine cells or uterus. Okay, it will be acting on corpus luteum. So the main function is that it will be dilate your cervix. It will make your cervix to get widen at the time of childbirth, and also it will be helping in the uterine contraction so that baby will move out of the birth canal. So the time of childbirth, it will be helping. Next hormone is that progesterone, estrogen, which are produced from placenta at the time of pregnancy. I had informed you previously itself. Both progesterone, estrogen, at the time of pregnancy, they are helpful in maintaining your pregnancy. And progesterone, estrogen will be acting on corpus luteum, and this human choriogonadotropin, which will be produced from placenta, and it will be acting on your ovaries. And this particular hormone is also very helpful in the pregnancy maintenance. So this HCG hormone is not only produced from placenta, it is also produced from pituitary gland, liver and colon in a small amount. Last hormone is relaxin, which is also produced from placenta only. This relaxin have a multiple function. So this relaxin is a reproductive hormone which is produced by both by your ovaries as well as by placenta. The main function of this particular relaxin is that it will be loosening and relaxes your muscle, joint and ligament during the pregnancy, and which is very helpful for you to stretch your body at the time of pregnancy. Okay, and also it will be inhibiting the uterine contraction. Okay, and the same time at the time of pregnancy, at the time of childbirth, this relaxin will be preparing your body for delivery by loosening the muscles and the ligament that are present around your pelvic cavity. Last hormone is testosterone, which is produced from testis. Again, it will be acting on reproductive organ. And I mentioned you earlier, this testosterone have a wide function in providing the reproductive development. So these are the list of hormones that you should note. So please have a look on that. Thank you friends. Thanks for watching this video.